Since the early days of gaming, when games like retro Ping Pong and Space Invaders were first introduced, gaming has come a long way. As a result of technological developments that have occurred over time, the gaming business has grown to be worth many billions of dollars. These days, we have access to video games that are extremely immersive and realistic, to the point where they blur the lines between the actual and the virtual world. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today, we are going to talk about the evolution of gaming, from Pong to virtual reality. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Simple black and white visuals have given way to breathtakingly realistic 3D landscapes, and straightforward consoles have given way to powerful personal computers and immersive virtual reality headsets as the industry has progressed. Because of recent technological breakthroughs, the gaming scene of today is more varied than it has ever been. This involves the use of cloud computing, which enables game developers to design larger, open-world adventures without the necessity of installing sophisticated hardware in each individual console. Additionally, streaming services such as Google Stadia and GeForce now make it possible for users to access games on a variety of different devices. Additionally, virtual reality headsets provide players previously unimaginable levels of immersion within specific games. The cumulative effect of these advancements has increased the scope of what may now be accomplished within the medium of video games. Number 8. The early days of gaming. The original video games were straightforward affairs, with rudimentary graphics and constrained gameplay. Even though there were just 2 paddles and a ball involved in the game, it managed to captivate the interest of a large number of people. People used to congregate in arcades to play their favorite games back then, when arcades were the norm, and arcade games were the standard. The earliest video games played on computers were relatively easy endeavors that featured limited artwork and ongoing player involvement. Pong was one of the first successful computer games and was released in 1972. It featured 2 players controlling oars on opposite sides of the screen in order to smash a ball back and forth. Pong was one of the most influential computer games. After this, games such as Space Intruders, Pac-Man, and Jackass Kong came out, each of which introduced new continuing interaction features and further refined visuals. Number 7. The rise of consoles. As a result of advancements in technology, the demand for home consoles began to rise. 1977 saw the launch of the Atari 2600, which is usually regarded as the first home console to achieve widespread success. The ability to play video games on a television set made it possible for a greater number of people to participate in gaming. The Nintendo Entertainment System, the Sega Genesis, and the Sony PlayStation are just 3 of the many game systems that have been introduced over the course of the years. The quality of the graphics and the gameplay continued to increase with each new system, which resulted in gaming becoming a more immersive experience. Number 6. The Golden Age of Gaming. Many people consider the decades of the 1980s and 1990s to be the golden age of video games. While arcades were still quite popular during this time period, home video game consoles such as the Atari 2600 Nintendo Entertainment System and Sega Genesis were at the pinnacle of their respective market success. Famous video games that are being played today include Super Mario Bros., Sonic the Hedgehog, and The Legend of Zelda, to name just a few of the titles that have achieved iconic status and remain popular. Number 5. The rise of PC gaming. The 1990s saw the beginning of an uptick in interest in playing video games on personal computers. The IBM PC was the most popular computer at the time, and first-person shooter games like Duke Nukem 3D, Quake, and Doom were essential in redefining the category. PC gaming made it feasible to create games that were more complex, both graphically and in terms of the gameplay features they offered. Number 4. The advent of mobile gaming. The emergence of smartphones marked the beginning of a new era for gaming on mobile devices. Mobile games are incredibly popular since they are not only simple to play, but also portable enough to be played virtually anywhere. Snake was the first game to be made available for mobile devices. Debuting in 1997, Games such as Candy Crush and Pokemon Go are played by individuals of all ages and have amassed billions of downloads in recent years. Mobile gaming has emerged as a significant force in the video game business as a direct result of the proliferation of smartphones. More complicated games like Fortnite and PUBG Mobile have pushed the boundaries of what is possible on mobile devices, while simpler games like Angry Birds and Candy Crush have become global sensations. Number 3. The age of virtual reality. The most recent development in game technology is called virtual reality. Players are able to entirely submerge themselves in a virtual world when using virtual reality. The first virtual reality headgear was not available for purchase until 2012, but since then, virtual reality has seen explosive growth in terms of consumer interest. Games such as Beat Saber and Half-Life Alyx have made use of the technology to develop immersive experiences that blur the barriers between the real world and the virtual worlds they inhabit. In recent years, virtual reality has emerged as a new front in the game industry. Games such as Beat Saber, Half-Life, Alyx, and Star Wars Squadrons have fully embraced this new technology by enabling players to fully immerse themselves in virtual worlds utilizing virtual reality devices such as the Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, Xbox, and PlayStation VR. Other games such as Star Wars Squadrons have also taken advantage of this new technology. Number 2. The advent of online gaming. It is impossible to say how much progress the sector has made during the early years of the new millennium. However, one big factor that has occurred to the industry is the rise of internet gambling, with iGaming becoming one of the most predominant areas of the sector. As a result of the proliferation of the internet, gaming took on a significantly different appearance. Players from all around the world were able to compete against each other in online games. Regardless of where they were physically located, Habitat was the first game to ever be played online and was released in the year 1986. Beginning in the 1990s, massively multiplayer online games like Ultima Online and EverQuest began to gain traction in the gaming community. Games like World of Warcraft and Fortnite currently have a player base that spans the globe and numbers in the millions. The gambling sector is one of the applications that can make use of online gaming. There are now a great number of online casinos where players can enjoy an experience that is virtually identical to that of playing at a traditional casino. Some of these casinos even provide players with irresistible deals that they simply cannot refuse to take advantage of. This has resulted in an increase in the number of players signing up for accounts at online casinos and casino websites in the present day. Number 1. The future of gaming. The future seems to have considerably more promise as well. Developers have already begun experimenting with augmented reality technologies, which allow them to incorporate objects from the real world into digital settings. The development of artificial intelligence is allowing for the creation of more clever non-player characters who react realistically to a variety of circumstances. Additionally, technologies based on blockchain have the potential to change the buying and selling of virtual objects within our favorite games. All of these many scenarios point to some very exciting times ahead for all of us. And with regard to online gaming, we have not yet had the opportunity to experience its most impressive highlights. There will almost certainly be developments made to the experience of gambling at online casino. There are already live casino simulators available, including titles with live dealers. On the other hand, given the preponderance of slot games in the casino industry, it is highly possible that augmented reality will also find uses in that sector. Not only for slot machines, but also for every other game in the casino. In this manner, they have the potential to be more engaging for the participants. The gaming industry is poised for some exciting times ahead as technology continues to advance. We should anticipate that video games will become ever more realistic and immersive as advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning continue to be made. There is a possibility that there may be an increase in the number of games that blur the distinctions between the actual world and the virtual world. The evolution of technology will inevitably bring new developments in gaming. It is possible that, in addition to emergent technologies such as augmented reality and mixed reality, we might look forward to experiencing virtual reality that is ever more immersive. As esports and online gaming continue to gain popularity, there's a good chance that more titles will be developed specifically for competitive multiplayer play. To summarize, since the days of Pong, the technology used in video games has come a long way. From the heyday of arcades and home consoles to the development of PC and mobile gaming and the advent of virtual reality, gaming has grown and pushed the limits of what is possible. Virtual reality is one example of this progression. As gamers, all we can do is wait and see what the future holds for this fascinating industry that is constantly undergoing change. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.